Good morning and welcome to our Wednesday morning thought for the new day. It's the 5th of April, and it's good to welcome so many of you to this one-off live webinar each day. You could call it calling in to the divine spiritual watering hole. Now we're going to break from our previous readings from Jesus Calling and read to you two extracts from my friend's amazing magazine, Sister Jane from Ormskirk. She does a beautiful magazine that comes out monthly called More to Life. Really classy, but good stuff, well researched, and authors of credibility. But the section Mother Nature, the Goddess of Abundance, is worth reading. It caught my eye in my early meditation this morning. But I want to read to you what Jane, the editor, has to say. In these times of austerity, where there are too many people who cannot afford to eat, sleep, or stay warm, where madness seems to have set into too many hearts and minds, perhaps it is a little difficult to think about abundance. But we are not talking about materialistic abundance. We are considering the strength of Mother Nature and her unending generosity and support for her children. No matter how much we abuse this planet, how much energy we try to extract from her, how much we suffocate her with more and more development, this beautiful home of ours continues to give. The air we breathe, the food we eat, the natural beauty, the seas and the oceans and the wildlife. She is like a patient mother, gently chiding her naughty children with the odd flood or storm, and sometimes even tapping her finger impatiently and causing a major tragedy. How long will before we realize our behavior is destructive? That our mother deserves love and respect and gratitude for her unconditional love and her endless generosity. How long before she tires? How long before she decides we don't deserve it? Sobering questions, eh? And what if she gives up on us? What will become of us? How arrogant we are believing in our entitlement to a place on this incredible planet. We are only here with Mother Earth's permission and God's, and she alone decides which species stay. St. Francis of Assisi refers to Mother Earth many times in his teachings, both verbal and written. And a lot of what Francis represented, we endorse in the lives we live as members of the Teo community. We have a great love of nature and the animal kingdom. We appall cruelty, yes, to the children of God, but to the animal kingdom who are defenseless. But there's a beautiful article by one of the More to Life elders called Kathy Cyril, and it's Mother Nature, the Goddess of Abundance. So here goes. When I learned that the theme of her next publication was to be Mother Nature, I spent much time pondering exactly what we mean by Mother Nature. I have drawn the conclusion that actually Mother Nature encompasses all living things, fauna, animals, humans, the seasons, life, even death. What a vast tapestry of different aspects cover the idea of Mother Nature. I can only look at it from my own viewpoint, my microcosm, and my own particular relationship with her. I watch the changing seasons from my bedroom window, outside of which stands a majestic chestnut tree. I watch the green buds sprouting bravely in a chilly spring. I see them come to fruition and open to proudly display the broad, beautiful splendor of leaves. I watch them grow and flower with their white blossoms, which then cascade to the ground, leaving a carpet of white in their wake. I see the sun dappling through the greenery, the rain dripping from the branches, the wind tearing the less robust leaves from their stems. I watch the nuts appear and grow larger every day until, at last, they fall, often onto my roof with dull thuds, or onto the ground, where they will be collected by wildlife, which abounds in my neck of the woods, as they do here in this beautiful little village in the South Lakes. I marvel at nature and how clever she is, how the patterns go on and on, year upon year, never really changing, but never the same either. As I look out today, I see the branches are bare. I can see clearly the twists and gnarls of each branch, hidden from me during the months of growth and harvest. A heavy frost is shimmering on my tree in the winter sunlight, sparkling and magical. Then there are the birds of all descriptions which frequently visit the tree. Robins, nuthatches, blue tits, and the vibrantly coloured woodpeckers, to name but a few. They feed from the bark, they eat the insects and aphids from the leaves. They know, these birds, that every year without fail there will be food for them. They never have to doubt or worry whether Mother Nature will provide for them, that during the times of harvest there will always be enough. The squirrels are also regular visitors. They scamper busily up and down the tree, gathering and storing food for the winter. Wise little things. Each season carries with it its own beauty. The cold and bare vista of winter could be a little depressing, if it were not for the knowledge that during what seems a fallow time to us, Mother Nature is as busy planning, seeding and growing far beneath the surface, beyond our sight. But we know with certainty that soon shoots will burst forth from the ground. We have complete trust in the process. We have witnessed it all of our lives. An awesome responsibility just to love the beauty we have all around us. Perhaps one of the loveliest sights at the end of a long winter, when perhaps the snow is still covering the ground, is to see the brave little snowdrops pushing themselves through the cold earth, nodding their little white heads to one another, bringing such joy and the promise of a new season to all who behold them. And blessed be, we have a profusion of them here, all around the garden, on the roadside. Oh, they are so beautiful, and there's hundreds of different varieties. I digress. They are closely followed by the vibrant happy daffodils, spreading their joy to us all. We cannot forget the bluebells, a veritable carpet of blue exuding their heady fragrances. I name but a very few wonders of Mother Nature, which are too numerous to mention. Every blade of grass, each flower, cultivated or wild, can fill our hearts with wonder and love. A love of the wonderful works of Mother Nature, which we are so privileged to behold. We cannot, of course, take her for granted. It is our responsibility to look after her, to nurture her, and to protect her. That is an awesome responsibility to carry. But we can all play our part, even it is just to love the beauty we have all around us. Our good and loving appreciation will on some level enhance her beauty. No one can forget the storm of 1980s when we witnessed and were subject to the awesome power of Mother Nature. I remember it well. I was in a caravan having sold our nursing home in Liverpool with 3 dogs. We were there until we could find it, till the transaction of our home went through. And the caravan was going down the cliff, and the floods and the gales and the winds. Oh, my God, they were frightening. So she bears reference to it here. We lost a lot of beautiful trees, ancient trees from our woodland. We think maybe we can control these factors, but in reality we are completely powerless when faced with the enormity of her strength. She can so easily stop us in our tracks. An earthquake, a tsunami, even a heavy snowfall can remind us that you and I are not in charge. The changing seasons are great teachers for us all as well. We see the barren vistas of winter, the new life of the spring, the splendor of the summer, and the closing down of the autumn. We, too, being part of Mother Nature, follow this same process. We have the spring of our lives as newborns and children of God, when all is fresh and new. We experience the halcyon days of summer, carefree days when we rarely look ahead, but tend to live every day in the moment, so confident that change is a faraway concept. Then we reach the autumn of our lives, a time of reflection, a time of slowing down, of introversion. And sometime during the winter of our lives, we too will wither and die and become, once again, part of the new growth, the new life. Mother Nature is truly abundant, ever changing but ever constant, showering us with her gifts, her beauty, her awesomeness. All she asks of you and me is to respect her, to love and care for her. Can we do it? Can you and I show respect to this beautiful earth plane? Well, let us be still just for a moment and just gather our thoughts as we come into the presence of Mother Earth. And let us reach out and sense not only her beauty but her strength. Let us visualize sitting here in the monastery garden with your bare feet touching the grass on sacred earth. And we call on Mother Earth, we call on our Father, Mother God, the creator of all, and we invite the energies from the Cathedral of God, the landscape. With each in-breath, we are drawing up those healing energies from Mother Earth. Energies that are now balancing all of our chakras in our body, those energy wheels. And with each in-breath, we breathe in that love, and in our out-breaths, we release whatever aches us, ails us, troubles us, and we give it to Mother Earth. Let us be still. And let us listen to the voice of the Beloved, our Father, Mother God. And let us ask ourselves this important question today. Do I contribute to the beauty within the Cathedral of God, the landscape? Do I dump my negativity as and where I at will? Or do I resolve conflict with love? Or do I allow my unforgiveness and bitterness eat away at eroding the beauty of Mother Earth? Do I throw litter here, there, and everywhere and not engage in proper recycling of household waste and garden waste? Do I take pride in where I live and enhance the beauty of God's gifts to us? Or do I just contribute to the release of plastic bottles and shopping bags into our ocean, destroying the habitat, the seabed and the wildlife? Am I culpable of playing with the Antichrist in destroying God's beauty for the children of God? Am I a rebel that has no respect for oneself or one's surroundings? And if I am guilty, then let us name, let us bless, and let us release to Mother Earth and to our Father, Mother God, my part of culpability, and ask forgiveness. Let us now come with a forgiving heart and say sorry. Sorry. And now, experience the love from Brother Sun and Sister Moon as their rays of healing love flow down upon you, reawakening your heart in taking responsibility for your part to play in enhancing the beauty of God's creation for you and for the whole family of God. Let your heart become an ambassador of peace, and wherever you walk, leave sacred footprints of love, respect. Nurture harmony wherever you are, and discourage others from abusing what you took for granted. So we pray a simple prayer. Father, Mother God, in the presence of Mother Earth, the nature spirits, the three devas and elementals, in the presence of Brother Sun and Sister Moon and the angels of the animal kingdom, we ask forgiveness for our part in abusing this sacred gift to us. We thank you. We praise your name. We praise your name. Amen. Thank you for joining me this Wednesday morning, and I look forward to your company again. But remember, Mother Earth is a mother of abundance, as is our Father, Mother God. And with Francis of Assisi and all our brother and sister Franciscans around the world, we are here to work with God, to work with nature, because everything that lives, that moves and breathes on this earth plane has its very existence from a God of love. Are you willing to take up the gauntlet today, like many of us, and take personal responsibility for your contribution? Let's do it. God bless you, and thank you for being here.